What's going on, guys? It's Coshade. I'm bringing you games from the Summer 2021 Mage Wars Tournament. And this is a game between Knabbmaster and Biblofilter. Um, and with me today we have Power of Mind. What's going on, Power?
Hello, hello.
And Zot. Hey, Zot.
Howdy.
Always good to have you on.
Nice. Thanks.
Also, we have chat from Twitch because this is being live streamed. Zot, I can totally hear people in the background, just so you know.
And let me mute out. I apologize.
You're good. You're good. And we do have chat here, so I'm sure we'll hear Shark and other people tell us how terrible we are at casting. So Nab versus Biblo, two veteran players. I love seeing games like this because you know it's going to be good. Looks like in the top left we have a Druid for Knabbmaster. I'm pretty sure this is Nab. Yeah, it is. The bottom right, Biblo, playing the Priest, my favorite mage in this game. Love seeing it. You better win, Biblo. And yeah, this matchup is actually pretty tough for the Priest, only because if you choose to go Temple, you tend to have to put in your corner, and that lets the Druid kind of do a bunch of stuff. If you choose not to do Temple, usually go in like Knight of Westlock, stuff like that to try and like cut down the trees as they're being built, or vines, I should say. So I'm curious to see how Biblo's gonna approach this Druid. With the changes we made, Biblo should be at 10 channel right now, but he's not. So, okay, that's I guess how we're gonna play this.
I think they'll realize it eventually.
Yeah.
For sure.
And yeah, we see basically a enchantment go down. We see a zone enchantment go down. Is that what I just see here? Oh, he's asking, why do we only have 9? There we go.
Yeah, as expected. Also, Zot, if you plan on watching more and commentating, you might want to look into the stream on Discord so you can watch live instead of being a few seconds behind.
I might just do that.
Yeah, let's see, keeping the real action. We're going to go ahead. We're going to ×2 this. We do see a Cassandra play. Turn 1. Ooh, okay. I love this. Yeah, just so everyone knows, right now this is a playtesting thing for all things to be channel 10. If you want to start the game with channel 10, because Biblo asked why am I 9, you start with community rules when it asks what kind of rule set you want to play with. So Cassandra's a really cool play for the Priest. In School Fire Angel that obviously against Druid where lots of plants are around. They all have Flame Plus. This is a really solid opening. As a turn 1, maybe not necessarily the best move if you're planning on going any sort of economy play like Battleforge or Mana Crystals, things like that. But I'm sure right now Nab is going, okay, I have to beat this flyer. How am I going to do it? And of course, Vine Tree, just really good. It's probably the most common thing you see with Druids. And
it's also an indication that that Biblo might have some fire.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. That is an interesting thing to point out, and that is it's a flame attack that also helps against burns. The Priest burns itself with his melee, so of course it combos there. It's possible to see some flame attacks of some sort too. Crown of Protection. This is a really normal Biblo play that I see with his Holy Mages. Crown of Protection. I actually use it in my Priest as well. It's just good. Honestly, in these early game situations, Angels who tend to have low life, going up 3 armor, a big deal when you're flying. And we do see a Mana Lotus come out for Knabbmaster. Usually that indicates to me he wants something specific for the turn it pops.
And the double enchant, I'm guessing he's going to be an aggressive beater Druid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vine Staff having reach, of course, is kind of a big deal because he could just. Oh, we can see the cards. My bad. Because it is kind of a big deal because he could hit Cassandra from the ground. Which Vine Staff, it's kind of hit or miss if you take it in a Druid. Not everyone takes it. Yeah.
I gotta say, I really like how that. Really like how Knabbmaster's playing Druid, where instead of just sitting in the corner, or starting to cast more lashers and stuff like that, just beefing himself up is huge because it means that if Bilbo tries to go after the plants and stuff like that, the Druid is able to throw a lot of dice in return to punish it.
Lay the smackdown.
Right.
Yeah,
And by moving out into the middle, he's taken the fight away from his tree.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna skip through the planning phase here because I feel like we all kind of understand what's happening. Oh, Thornlasher does come out. Probably one of the best level 2 creatures, only because it's 7 mana, and you get actually pretty beefy dude. Biblo is going to do what you do with this crown, and that is make Cassandra have more armor. So 4 armor, Aegis 1 flying. Super tough to deal with. And the Guardian Angel comes out as well. Holy cow. I will say that Druids tend to struggle versus flying. And seeing like a Mage Staff come out, very common way of how they deal with it. That and like some sort of Thorn play. And the Wolf
And
Fury,
as expected. Yep.
Wolf Fury, Bear Strength comes out, making it a 6-die attack because there is, of course, Aegis 1.
And the Thorn Lasher with a range attack can attack flyers too. So.
Yep. Rolling a bit below average.
That is an
Getting to,
unfortunate roll, but 4 armor is the thing.
Yeah, and there is piercing 1, but yeah, it's reasonable. Then he's gonna go after this Thorn Lasher. He wants to just get those bonus die attacks, and I really don't blame him for wanting to do that. These Thorn Lashers can rip apart the priest. Overall, really smart playing from Biblo, I think. Getting 7 damage. And it's flame plus 2, so it becomes a 7 burn. Crazy. And I actually do like Nab's response. This is actually just a really good game to watch right now. Does guards guard against reach attacks? I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it does not. That being said, I'm pretty sure guard... No, actually, I think it does, if I remember right. Let me actually... let's go check out how guard works, yeah. I'm pretty sure guard specifies that it's any melee attack when someone's not flying. But... I remember I looked this up, like, last week. If any of you guys know off the top of your head, feel free to chime in.
Well, the other thing was the Cassandra moving over to attack the Thorn Lasher also puts her closer to the tree, which she can deal extra dice to too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually a really big deal too.
I mean, I think it's pretty much, if you're against Druid, you need to go for the tree.
Well,
If
there's
you
two
don't,
camps.
Ooh, interesting.
you don't have to, but I
That-
feel
that
like
was a-
if you have fire, you should go for the tree.
That's a really interesting analysis because that's been debated for so long. But why do you
Right.
think you have to go for the tree? Because let's start the conversation. You know?
Sure. I feel like if you have fire to abuse the flame plus, then I think it's definitely worth going for the tree.
Mm.
If you don't have fire, then maybe that's when you decide, okay, maybe I don't go for the tree, and then you have to think of how can I, because the druid just slowly will take over the board with how much they get from the spawn point and the vine markers and all that jazz. So I feel like if you have fire, you go for it. If not, then you have to have some way to circumvent to try to keep up the tempo of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much have to outdo what 5 healing or thereabouts around.
Yeah,
6.
that's a really valid argument. I think you said it really well. By the way, we see a second Thorn Lasher. We'll get back to that conversation because I don't want to miss the actual game here. So to clarify, I think this is where you're looking for, Keegan. There's the Dispel, getting rid of Wolf Fury, and this is something that Biblo does that I really like. Is that he actually his Dispels, instead of going after like regrowths and stuff like that, he goes after the melee. So let's just talk about this here. Guards affect a flying creature when it makes a melee attack, but only if it's attacking a non-flying object in the guard zone. Melee attacks against other flying objects always ignore it. If a flying creature guards and loses, it cannot gain it. I don't know if that answers our reach question, though.
And Biblo said not to go after the tree.
So, the rules specify the exceptions, and reach is not one of those. So I would argue that since there's no exception for reach, that there is, you have to obey the guard. Mr. Keegan. And yeah, so consider moving 2 to the tree zone. OBS wouldn't cooperate? That's too bad, running. We're doing board game stuff.
There's the mana bump from the Lotus.
Yeah, so this is a big turn for Nab here, going up to 18. Notice how Biblo is staying out of range of these Thorn Lashers. Absolutely on purpose here.
And that's because the vines have not been, he hasn't been paying extra to make more vines, or he could have hindered him.
Yep.
Kept him from doing that.
This game so far feels very, very similar to the same matchup, but it was Biblo versus Keej, where they thought it was the tournament game, but it was the day before it started.
No.
So they just were like, I guess it's practice. But it feels very similar.
Yeah. This Druid is doing a lot of typical Druid things. And, I mean, Mage Staff, going Bear Strength, that is a little abnormal, but it's still, I'd say, within that realm of, like, this is how you play Druid.
It's a cheaper vine staff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does ethereal.
So what Nab is doing here is he's setting up sort of like a kill zone in the center, where you can take him out, put him back in, and you put a little wall here between. So I think he's hoping to kidnap the priest, and then just starting like some sort of bleed train, bleed from the wall, and then the snatch of a 5-up. Guardian Angel does double move. I think Biblo knows that he needs to kill this tree if he's going to play that long game. And so he's just bringing as much dice as he can up here. And we're probably going to see the mage also double move. The question is, how long does he wait?
Jason joined the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Vine Staff has that ability that lets you get stuck, which isn't always the best to use.
What do you think he just put on the priest?
Ooh, yeah, what is that? Probably a Rust, my guess, and he was probably checking for Nullify, so it's probably Rust.
Right.
I mean, it could be Nullify itself, so he can't get out. Here's the pillar going
teleport too. Put it into the death zone.
And, I mean, right now, Biblo's at 0 armor. Gets 4 damage on the priest. Did he remove a token? He needs to remove a token. Yeah, he just has to remove a token when he uses Pillar, but it's no big deal if he doesn't catch it. Shouldn't affect too much, I imagine. There's the Mage Bane getting revealed. 6 mana teleport. We're in that Lasher. He's bringing it to the fire. Guard will guard against reach? Yeah, that's the conclusion we came to, Shark. I don't see any exceptions in the rulebook about it, so I assume it just works like normal. Thornlasher takes 5 damage, should have died, but gets 2 burns, so probably will... No, well, it's going to regen 2. First, we see a 2-die attack back, rolling 0 damage. That, Cassandra's just tanking some hits.
An excellent play by Biblo tactically, where he now has to activate the Thornlasher before his mate, so he can move out of the pillar zone.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Oh, nope, my mistake. I had it backwards.
Yeah,
initiative went the other way.
And he is going to play a Battle Forge. Very cool play here. Now that he's in position, if the Druid wants to spend geysers or whatever, that's just less mana that can be dealt with while the tree is dealt with. No pull from this Lash. That's a little unfortunate. He does get some damage through because there's no armor. Just nice. Looks like they removed that Dissipate after all. Overall, the pillar was okay. Not the best, but you know, I mean, for 9 mana, he still got its worth.
Much more reasonable.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like 4 damage from those burns and regen 2. That's not enough. That Thornlasher is dead. That teleport play really paid off. And that's the thing about a lot of Druids, is if you take out all the Lashers, not an easy feat. They're oftentimes really actually hindered in how they're going to kill you. That being said, I still think anyone can win this.
Yeah, this game is still wide open. It's definitely not decided. Not even close.
Biblo's lost 25% of his life, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, it could end with Nab just attack spelling him, to be honest. Not to mention a wall here, and then a pull and pull would actually be really good as well. Because it is Nab's initiative, of course.
Yep. Play another Lasher probably in the middle. Maybe.
Yeah, I could see more Lashes coming out.
Yeah. Go ahead.
People threatening that tree, of course, is a big deal as well. I'm just going to go ahead and just fast forward this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Do you see another Thornlasher going out in the center? And a Siren Robe's out for Biblo. This is probably going to be how he won as Aegis 1, which is a big deal, but how he's going to casually heal his creatures. I'm guessing we'll see a regen of some sort out of Biblo at some point. Thornlasher attacks the priest, does not get the pull, but rolls 1 damage. So this is the time that we're going to see this tree get attacked. 6 dice. Getting 2 burns. Getting 3 damage through. Really good hit. And, of course, it says objects don't remove those burns.
Pretty awesome. And this is why he's indirectly damaging the Druid, because the Druid may pull damage off of the tree, too.
Yep. There's a 6-die attack against Cassandra. Losing Cassandra would be a big blow. Only gets 2 damage, though. That armor really paying off that early game, saving him 2 more damage here. Top of his 2 armor. And his own pillar comes out.
Yeah, and mine's holy.
Yeah, exactly, right? And of course, if a burn does land, Cassandra's in this zone, which it didn't, unfortunately, here. But during upkeep, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Gets the daze, though, which is actually a big deal for next round, because he can't melee attack and hope it works. That's basically his hope here. And we see the Hand of Purification. He's going to burn the Druid. 2 damage going through, pays 1. This is why I love Priest, by the way.
If you were the Druid, obviously your goal has to be kill Cassandra. So Biblo, knowing that Cassandra's the target, getting that pillar was just really smart for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. There is no armor on this druid right now. And so the Guardian Angel's like, I'll roll 3 dice against you. Gets 4 more damage. Druid's now at 9 out of 34. And, do you pass it to the tree and let it regen, but it has 2 burns? What do you do? He's asking if he wants to pillar now. Yeah, he wanted to reveal Rhino Hide, that's why. This is a really good game, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 4 dice against the Druid. Rolls insane damage, getting 4 more damage on, even with the Rhino Hide on. And, of course, another Daze, which unfortunately won't do much. And now we're in upkeep. See how these burns do.
And now the placement of the far right Thorn Lasher is it would be way different of a game right now in my opinion if that Thorn Lasher was in the left zone instead,
Interesting. Yeah, it was like something
because
like
then he would be
this.
able to pull.
Yeah, absolutely. And like pulling Cassandra out, such a big deal if you can get it going. So the burns in the tree, the 2 burns deal no damage. They do stay on though because of Cassandra's ability, whereas the burn on the Druid does 2.
And the thing about the pillar is it can only attack creatures. It cannot attack objects.
Yeah, so he really wants to keep that Druid in for sure. Yeah, this is when I was talking about the struggle of a Druid. It's how do you deal with flyers? Because obviously Beastmaster tends to go Falcons. But as a Druid, you usually don't see Falcon play. So it's a sort of interesting thing to watch. We're at times 25 this. Let them plan. See the leather pants come out for Biblo, getting some sort of armor. Another mana load is coming out for Nab. Not playing the creatures. He is really low on mana. So he's probably thinking, I need to get something going for this longer play while his tree's alive. No quick cast out of either of them. Sandra is going to attack the Druid. Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I would have attacked the tree.
Gets 4 damage. No burn. If he would have attacked the tree, he would have gotten a burn. Yeah, because right now this tree is just kind of healing up.
Exactly. Biblo must think he can outdo it, but if he loses the Cassandra, you said, okay, I think that may have been a mistake.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think the tree is a better target. Maybe he sees that Nab is, half health and thinks maybe I switch gears.
He's a druid.
It's yeah, right. I hear you.
Yeah, my bad.
It's never half health for reals. Moves out of the zone. Interesting to move out.
That is interesting because he's not liking the pillar play there, but it almost feels like he's abandoning his tree.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this point, if he gives you the tree, I think he should take it. He's gonna roll 3 dice against 2 armor here. Gets 1 damage. And this is not really what the Guardian Angel's meant to do, so getting anything is nice. We do see a force push for the priest. Oh,
No,
from
the druid pushed him.
From the druid. Right. Okay, cool. Druid force pushes the priest. He's trying to get some sort of train thing going. Doesn't get the snatch. So unfortunate. Does get 2 damage, though. Because that Aegis 1, of course. Making it 2 dice instead of 3. I imagine the priest should just move left now. And of course, the priest ability only works on creatures. So you can't burn the tree like this. But regardless, it's a 2-die attack going in. Gets 2 damage. Not bad. Kind of funny, actually. I'd love to see a force push played here. It's probably a bro strength. Oh no, he's gonna purify. Gotcha. What?
That was not a
Yeah.
poison enchantment.
That's not the right call here. Looks like Jason's like, hey, Purify. The Purify only works on poison enchantments, not curses. You need to remove curse to target that. Like they caught it. Nice, nice. Looks like he's just gonna like not use his action. I wonder what his second card was. We're gonna see no damage in this Battleforge. That's really unfortunate. Not getting any crits from a Thorn Lasher. It's too hot. He like puts his hands on the anvil. Is like, oh no. Barkskin gets revealed. So this Druid's now doing the regen game. And this is how Druids can come back.
Yep. And why he should have attacked the tree.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. He would have gotten another burn. He would have gotten more damage through. He's going to life bond after burns. Interesting. Burns do 3 damage. It regenerates 2 to the tree, so the tree's at 5. And it looks like the Druid takes no burn damage. That is unfortunate. It gets removed. Upkeep cost is paid. Druid's now at 17. Looks like he's going to go up to 19 and remove 2 from the tree. Which, this isn't bad, as long as he can kill this tree.
And that might be a weapon.
Yeah. How you feeling about this board states up?
It's still hard to say who's winning. I'm going to guess that that's a regrowth belt or a weapon. I'm going to lean towards regrowth belt.
See that?
And then
you're absolutely right. It is a regrowth belt. Forcing the reel on Barkskin is also worth something. Absolutely. I mean, that is upkeep every round, Keijin. So, being able to have that. I mean, he is dealing damage. And right now, I will say Biblo's he's edging more and more of an advantage over the field. Nab really can't get these snatches going, and that's actually, it's killing his game, really. I think he's missed like 3 snatches now.
Yeah, I think it's 3 snatches. It's really unlucky.
5 up, 3 snatches too. Dang. Cassandra does go into attack. Unfortunate roll, getting 2 damage, no burn, on a 6 up burn chance. It's just like a whole lot of nothing.
Biblo's got a movement spell as one of his prep spells to get the Druid into that zone so he can get another attack with the pillar on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be worth 3 mana just to get that 4-die attack for sure. Guardian Angel does do an attack, rolls 3 dice, gets 1 through to the tree. I mean, that's what you expect. 1 or 2 damage, maybe. Gonna attack this Battleforge with the vines. This time they're like, we know the hotspots. Aim for the weak parts of the molten lava.
With my little bitty Bernie twigs.
Exactly. I imagine it kind of burns a little bit, then it like regens. We see the remove curse come down. This is the play he probably would have wanted to make last round.
Yep.
Gains 2 mana off this, gets rid of the move Mage Bane. He's going to take a damage from that because he cast a spell.
Question for you. The Purify that he did earlier, since that was a mistake, he doesn't get the Purify back in his book either, does he?
It looks like they played it that he didn't get it back, yeah.
Right.
In a lot of games he would just get it back, but I'm not sure how they played it. Knabbmaster's going to be like, all right, this Druid's going to kill this Forge.
11 damage to a Forge.
Oh, that's 9 crit with his Mage
9
spell.
crit, 3 normal. That's 12. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And
Wolf Fury, Bear Strength is really good.
Does he force push? Does he force push?
Does Biblo have it?
We'll see. He's got a quick cast left. Here it comes.
Adds 1 armor to Cassandra. Okay.
Okay.
He's like, you're getting so much melee. I just need more armor.
Okay. Interesting.
I would actually consider pulling damage from Cassandra onto the mage.
Right.
I mean, Bibble has 14 damage. Ooh. He has the regrowth belt, so I'm not sure what the right call is there. Knabbmaster playing the hand of Bim. Big play because that lets him just heal more, which in this kind of trifecta, regen 2 on the tree, regen from the bark skin, heal 1. You're looking at a net 5 healing from your whole group, which is really nice. Shark, I feel like the lifelink we spoke about earlier in Cassie would be great. Yeah, absolutely. Lifelink in general is an amazing spell, and these sort of creatures super good. Let's see how this does. Looks like the tree, which has 2 burns, is going to do 2 damage. That offsets the regen. Nab is going to set his mage up to 19 damage and remove 2 from the tree. So that tree is now at 4 and 2 mana. He's just keeping
And
it.
Barkskin is such a really efficient spell. I mean, yeah, the upkeep over time makes it sucky, but man, the 2 for 2,
It's worth it.
it's crazy.
It's absolutely worth it. I would argue he could have just done regrowth and not worry about the armor, but at this point in time, it's so much better to armor up when you're at that kind of damage.
And he's not hurting for mana. Well, he is a little bit, but he's going to have 5 more coming online next round.
Where is the rain cloud? Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point, Keej.
Rain Cloud's been an underrated spell for a long time, but with this new Cassandra and some other fire things, Rain Cloud's making a reappearance.
Fire's back in number 1.
I typically have a rain cloud in almost every book I have.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That was a big hit.
I mean, sure, you give regen to the zone, but... Alright, so Cassandra is going to attack this tree. Looks like he's going to roll 6 dice. Gets 4 damage through. And no burns. Putting it up to 8 damage. This tree's still not casting anything. And here we go. He's going to melee attack this angel. Rolling 7 dice. Getting 4 damage through. Geez, that armor really paying off.
Mm-hmm.
This would probably be a dead Cassandra if he didn't have that armor.
Yep.
So how is Biblo going to try and keep him alive? A minor heal on Cassandra. So the whole game is kind of resting on Cassandra here. Only gets 2 on a minor heal. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Cassandra going down to 6 damage now. The force push on Cassandra. Interesting.
Trying
From
to get
the
that
Druid,
pull train going.
Gets 3 damage and a pull. This could kill it. This could be it.
Yep.
He's just looking for crits out of these guys, and he's got 6 dice, so it's not unreasonable to think he could get it.
Snatch or no snatch, both of them can attack it.
On average, he should get it though.
Hawkeye gets revealed. A flame blast coming out. He knows with Cassandra gone, he has to kill this tree. 7 dice are getting rolled. 6 damage, 4 going through with 1 burn. That tree is dead. And is Cassandra going to die too? No damage from that guy.
You could argue that losing Cassandra as part of the cost for getting rid of the tree was probably something that needed to happen. Well, not need to happen, but is a cost of doing business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree.
This game is still wide open because if he loses, if he keeps Cassandra, then maybe not. But if he loses Cassandra and the tree is gone, then like the board states, I would still say it's Druid favored because he's gonna get the Mana Lotus next turn, and already has 3 lashers, but we'll see.
Yeah, Cassandra taking 2 more damage. Oof. At 11 out of 12 now.
Didn't kill though. It's real unfortunate.
This game is really sick.
It is really unfortunate that Cassandra didn't die there.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Okay, the regen 2 does proc for the Druid, putting her at 19 out of 30 now. 4 armor. There is a hand of Bim out. The question here is really, can Biblo, is he going to try to focus the mage down? Only needs about 11 damage. Or is he going to try to play some sort of longer game and get out more creatures, things like that?
I know, unless it's a different book, but it's pretty much the exact same one he used against Cage. There's Eran in there, and I think also a Knight of Westlock, so we could see one of those two coming out. I don't know if the Eran would be good to use right now. Maybe the Knight of Westlock would be a lot better right at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Knight of Westlock wouldn't be bad here. Just because you need that 5 dice. I mean, if he has bolters and things like that, he's at 19 mana. I mean, he has 4 armor. You could conceivably strip away the armor and use attack spells as an option. Or try to burn more with Luminous Blasts and things like that. Not sure how I feel about it right now, but guess we'll see what happens. This Thorn Lasher in the middle does go to attack. Doesn't get the kill! It's eating the attacks. That means it's going to be Cassandra's turn. Looks like, oh, I did notice what that was. Knabbmaster and Chance the Priest. Cassandra running away completely to the other side of the arena. Probably it's the only way it can live. It's better than losing it. I guess he could try to look for an opportunity to bring it back.
The Hand of Bim will eventually heal it slowly over time.
Yeah. If he casts like a Hand of Bim, that'd be really useful. Guardian Ninja comes in, does 2 damage, offsetting the Barkskin Regrin. It's not too bad. And it's the Priest's turn now. Oh, we are going to see a creature. Knight of Westlock. Really nice because it has a defense and high armor. It tends to have lower life, but the offensive capability of it's a super solid creature. And the chance of Druid having lightning is probably like really low. The healing tree, we are seeing all the healing for this Druid.
Mm-hmm. And it's a fairly even game still.
Yep. Notice the positioning of this healing tree. Perfect for if you go into melee, you'll just get yanked and pulled away. Just all around a good play.
Do you think that the enchantment is the poison blood? What do you think that enchantment could be?
Rust.
Rust?
Rust is most likely it. I mean, it's Biblo, so I doubt it's really anything else right now, honestly. I mean, it could, I guess, be like Magebane, but I don't know how much he takes out of school spells. There is a Jinx that gets played. Oh, he played the Jinx because it countered this enchantment. Are they going to play it because he missed the reveal that it doesn't do anything? Is that what it's about to do here? Yeah, this Cassandra might not do anything the rest of the game. I would love to see a Hand of Bim played right here and just start healing this guy. Then again, Hand of Bim, I mean, healing the mage or getting melee might be a bet. Nah, I mean, I take that back. Heal Cassandra. I don't know. If you're the priest, what would you do?
If I wanted to keep the Cassandra alive, this is weird. Maybe not the best move, but I could double move down, and then Cassandra moves over, and then with a quick cast a heal.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it would mean six dice most likely against killing all these dudes. If you want to go after the center. This whole center is kind of a death area right now.
But I don't know if that's worth it because you might heal the Cassandra, but then you have the risk of getting pulled back and forth and if he rolls bet on the heal, Cassandra can just die anyways.
Yeah, we know the Druid's gonna stay in this zone. Like, I doubt Druid's gonna leave this, only because you lose the healing tree. And this is what you call a really defensive play. Most Druids do this. You get Rhino Hide, Barkskin, healing tree. You get those heals up with regen. Hand a Bim. That's an option that a lot of them do.
Oh, here's the thing. Right now, that druid's still able to pump out a lot of dice. It's not going to take too many hits on the priest to be dead.
Yeah. And there is the Hand of Bim for Biblo. He's going to do a cross arena heal. I love it. And this is a long-term
As I called it.
Definitely a long-term play. But, I mean, if Cassandra does come back, she can kind of just swath through the whole place. Sharkbait, this is a great example of why I hate Druid's passive healing. It's a lot of healing. Honestly, Healing Tree is one of those cards that's, like, annoying how good it is. Because it's basically a second regrowth belt.
Note guarding with the Thorn Lashers, even though you're doing it, only protects other things in the zone. Does not get a counter strike.
Oh, yeah.
That
He's
was
guarding because he's, like, might as well.
I have no idea why you would have been there.
Russ does get reveal. He's guarding, I guess, to protect the Hand of Bim for whatever reason.
Yeah, maybe.
Here's the Druid going in to smack that. Or, I'm sorry, Priest going to smack the Druid with a burning hand. Malachi's Fire.
He has to do damage with it in order to get him on fire.
That's true. There is armor out. Gets 3 damage. Very nice. There is always that hope you get the daze with it, too. And he is going to pay that 1 mana to get a burn. And a Bim activates, heals 1. Tree activates, heals 2. Druid goes down to avoid the Knight of Westlock hit here. Interesting move to go down because that gets you out of the tree range. And Asura's Robe does get dissolved, so that's going to be Aegis 1 gone. Knight of
It's
Westlock
interesting
going
that Biblo guarded with the Guardian Angel, knowing you.
I agree. I thought that was a little weird. Really good roll of that Knight of Westlock. One-shotting this tree. You only need to roll 1 above average and got it. I guess that's the thing about Healing Tree is it doesn't actually have much life, so it's kind of the killing factor of it. So, I mean, that's two passive healing now going for the Druid. Rolls 3 dice. Gets 2 damage through and a pull. Now the Corrosive Orchid comes out. Man, he is playing all the right cards. Nav is here. He's going to get another Dissolve if he wants to go through. Probably get rid of the Regrowth Belt. That would be the wise choice here. Does get 2 damage as well. I mean, if you haven't looked at Corrosive Orchid, it's an insanely good card. Like any Nature Mage should probably carry 1. Just because you get a chance to corrode, you get rid of equipment, and it's repeated. In terms of getting rid of or getting attacks out. It's a really good way to like dominate a zone. So the regrowth build is gone for Biblo, and this is starting to look a little dangerous for Biblo. And we're waiting on the burns to resolve here. Where's the burns at? Two damage from the burns. Druid regenerates 2. Nice way to even that out. So I would say the Malachi's Fire, it paid off, I'd say. And I'm just going to go ahead and skip through this. Just so we can see the future plays. It's interesting because I'm not sure how much Cassandra's going to be useful because this game might be ending in like. I mean, I guess it could be a longer game. It really depends on what Biblo does. Knabbmaster's going to enchant Cassandra. Unholy Reversal is my bet. Yeah, he chooses to heal with his own hand. So he chooses to heal with his own hand. So that reveals Unholy Reversal, prevents the healing, and then kills it.
That is a really good play.
Pretty sick.
Wow.
That was pretty sick, yeah. People give him the smiley face. I would have given the reverse smiley face there. When you do the smile and then the eyes, because it looks evil. There's that Corrosive Orchid doing another attack, getting damage through, and getting the corrode this time. But of course, which armor does he have? 1. So it's corroded now. So he takes 2 damage and... Nope. He was already corroded, I guess. Bam.
Yep. Damage is going to start piling up now.
Yeah, this could be it for Biblo. No armor. Tanglevine on Knight. Oh no. This is the classic way that Druid deals with, war and holy kind of creatures. Just keep them locked down. And this is definitely a thinking time for Biblo. Not sure what to do. Should he stay?
Should he go? Dun, 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 dun.
We see the melee or armor getting added on the priest. Getting any sort of armor he can. Casting the Ring of Fire. Very cool play. Lots of good targets here. Ring of Fire at a priest. It's actually pretty common to see that. Even though it's out of school.
Arguably one of the best zone attacks in the game.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I think it is by far.
6 damage and 2 burns getting rolled against this Corrosive Orchid. Probably gonna die before it has a chance to do anything against. And we're gonna see this. 7 dice rolling 5. No burns. It's the other guy. 7 dice, and it looks like it's going to be 2 burns from here. And this is, of course, one of the bigger plays here. Gets 1 damage and 2 burns. All around, not bad.
The game state is still fairly close from a life versus remaining damage standpoint. It's going to start losing it pretty fast here.
Oh, yeah. I think Biblo's about to get overrun here.
Yeah.
It's 2 more damage on him.
Yeah, and that Druid gets 1 attack off on him. It's going to be pretty grim.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, Nab has passive healing still, whereas Biblo doesn't, so the gap is just going to get wider. Guardian Angel attacks the Tanglevine, deals 2 damage.
But the Druid's only 14 from dead.
Yeah. I mean, you could see some good attacks.
Theoretically, 16. Yeah, 16 from dead after you regen.
Yeah, I think we're at that point that you kind of do some Hail Mary attack spells and hope to win.
But and 12 left.
Tanglevine not dying. Tanglevine's such a ridiculously good card.
Very efficient.
I mean, 8 life for 5 mana is hard enough to deal with. And there's Knabbmaster rolling 4 damage, or 3 damage against the priest. Is that armor 1? Putting up to 25 out of 34. Priest is going to move to the right. Because he gets pulled. This is not looking good for Biblo. Let's see how this next turn works out. It is Biblo's initiative. So that is kind of a big deal. 2 damage on the Druid for the burn. That of course equals up because of the regen. That burn's actually doing a lot of work. Yeah,
The burn
equal
is
fortune.
definitely worth it from the Malachi's fire. It was pretty huge.
Oh, let me slow it down. Looks like we have a minor heal come out for Biblo. Rolling under again, getting 4 out of 5. He cannot heal today. And a Bim. Healing the priest again. Oh no, getting armor this time. Smart choice. It'll probably save you at least 3 damage. Looks like the guardian angel does come in. Goes, hey, let me try and kill you. Gets 3 damage, just barely not enough.
I feel like attacking the Tangle Vine with the Guardian Angel would have been better, maybe. So you can have the
Yeah.
knight. That's what I think.
I mean, it's at 7. I bet you he did that to try to prevent this attack from happening. Because if he would attack the Tangle Vine, he probably would have used that immediately. But I agree. Priest is going to get snatched and then immediately move up to attack the Tangle Vine. He needs to get 1 damage on this. He might not get it.
He probably played for the snatch too.
Yeah. See that. Okay, he's going to get 2 dice. Does manage to kill the Tangle Vine. You know, do you kill this burning Thorn Lasher? It's actually a really valid question here.
No, I wouldn't.
Divine Protection gets revealed onto Biblo, putting him at Aegis 1 again. There's less a teleport out of Dab.
And here it comes.
Ooh, this could be it. He's got 1 armor, Aegis 1 against Piercing. 7 die attack, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And he has a melee 1 from Bim. Alright. He's gonna get 7 damage. Knight of Westlight tries to do anything he can.
And Druid will have initiative next round.
Yeah. HA's not working. So that puts, since HA's active, that puts him at 1 armor effectively. 7 die, 1 armor. Gets way below. Oh no. Biblo is just not able to do anything. He only took 1 damage. Does he have more armor? He should have taken more, but whatever.
Doesn't the HA have piercing?
Yeah, he has piercing 1, and there's a rust against 4 armor. So should be 1 armor against 4 damage. Anyway, 2 die attack against this priest. Gets no damage. There are no rules for this. He took 3 at auto 2, he increased it by 1. Okay. I don't know what they're saying by no rules. If you take 0 damage, you can still pull. That's what they're asking.
Yes.
Another pull here. Taking 1 damage this time. Putting Bibble at 30 out of 34. Is this about to be a boulder play? They're asking which die roll counts since it was the wrong number being. Okay, I got you. Sorry, I might be done casting games with this. My head's starting to be a little tired. I think we did what, 5 games today, something like that.
Pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, did a lot. Okay, let's see what he does here.
So Billy Bad Aim shows up, and you said we're done. Okay.
I think I started at like, let's see, it's 8:30 here. I think I started around noon.
And
like
there's the boulder play.
Yeah, the boulder goes in, does the damage, kills the priest. An unfortunate loss for Biblo, who's playing the priest. But I mean, Druid is a really good mage. I like the Cassandra play a lot. All around, just I really enjoyed this game. Thoughts, guys? Do you think like there was some sort of error that really lost Biblo the game?
I think the low roll attack on the Thorn Lasher, where then he had to teleport that Lasher out of the zone, was painful because he used to teleport on something that theoretically should have been dead. But it teleganked and one of the other Lashers, which would have made the rest of the game a little easier.
I feel like there was just a couple of small mistakes that added up overall. Like there was not mistakes. Some of them were rolls that added up, and then also attacking the mage once instead of the tree with the Cassandra. You know, just having to spend more actions and taking more damage overall, just to to get try to get control of the board state. I thought that was a pretty big mistake. That on its own wouldn't have changed much, but definitely the rolls were a factor. I don't know if there were really any other like mistakes made.
Yeah.
He needed to bring out the knight earlier than.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is I feel like there were some times when he was up in the tree zone that he was attacking the druid with Cassandra, and I think he should have just gone for more dice by attacking the tree. I agree. Playing a knight earlier, that would have been nice, especially when he was up in the zone.
What's your opinion on if instead of the guardian angel, if he went with a knight instead?
Yeah, so
I feel like that would have been better. I feel like guardian angel just wasn't very useful this game at all. It reminds me a lot of my game earlier with red.
it's the reason why he went guardian, I think, was to stop Thorn Lashers from always being able to hit him because of intercept. I think anyway. But I actually think personally, I opening Knight of Westlock instead of Angel's better because it's just so much better at dealing with, these zero armor plant creatures. Um, so all around, I would say if you have the extra mana to spend on Knight of Westlock, I think you should just do it in this situation. Guardian is really good, of course, when you're getting tons of high dice range spells on you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I saw a Flame Blast out of Biblo. I'd be curious on like if he has more fire attacks. Um, I also wonder if instead of going after that tree, if he just would have gotten Cassandra and the Guardian Angel, and he just like one shot at each of these guys every round, if that just would have been a better play.
Could he have one shot them every round? Let's see here. They have 11 health, and the Cassandra would have done what, 5 or 6 dice?
6 with burn chances, and if
And
it was
then
say Knight of
3,
Westlock,
and
it
then
was,
7. Yeah.
if it was a Knight of
If
Westlock, he'd roll 5. If it was just his priest with the Guardian Angel, he would have rolled 2 and then a burn chance.
with the guardian angel, I think he had to go for the tree. But if he
Yeah,
had
right.
if he had a knight instead, if he
Mm-hmm.
opened Cassandra and then knight, then I feel like he could have just gone into the middle zones and just fought for control, and he probably would have won.
That's how I play my priest. That's the only reason why I bring that up. But I haven't tried it with Cassandra because it didn't exist last time I played that matchup. Um, but I could see that working out. Then you might not even need Crown of Protection because you might just be able to bear strength yourself or something, and just ensure that they don't need armor. You know, I mean the Druid did get pretty aggressive early game,
Right. Because the third was in
so
the middle of the board with, what, 6 dice or something?
yeah. So I guess that does make sense for Guardian Angel in that way too. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to consider with that. Overall, I really liked this game, and everyone that watched it, I hope you did too, because it was kind of just like a top tier game, honestly. Um, Priest being at 10 channel, I think, is making a difference in this. It used to be that Priest would just kind of get trounced, and this was actually a really close game at sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna sign off of this YouTube. Everyone that's watching the VOD, you guys are all wonderful. We have more games coming up all the time. In the description, there is a link to the Discord. Come join the community. We're all really friendly. And this is a free game to play, so you can install on your computer and play with other players and stuff like that. We're getting new people all the time, so no worries on people teaching you and stuff like that. There's always someone that's like, yeah, I'll teach you. Come check us out. And for everyone that's playing, good luck in your future matches. You all rock, and take care.